don't know about you, but I'm literally so fucking stressed out about everything that's going on in America. It's a lot. It's too much. This is not what we want. Like, what do we do? I hate this.
All right. I want to start off by giving all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom. All right, man. So you just saw it, right? You know, by face value, I'm pretty sure that's an Edomite, okay? And, you know, hey, there's a cry for wine in the streets, man. The mirth is gone, okay? These middle-class people are struggling, all right? These college graduates, okay? They ain't got it like that, all right? Esau is seeing their end, right? And, you know, she's saying, what can we do? Nothing, you know? Enjoy the last moments that the Lord gives you, okay? And embrace for impact, okay? That's all you could do, all right? It ain't what you want, but hey, it's what the Lord wants, okay? You guys had enough, all right? From the Greek Empire to the Roman Empire, Greco-Roman, right? Now the revised Roman Empire, but you want more. See, that's the problem with Esau, always crying, okay? Esau always crying like their forefather, right? And now there's a cry for wine out here, okay? This ain't the 80s and the 90s no more. This shit ain't colorful no more, all right? You ain't able to, you know, be in your trucks, rocking Bon Jovi, okay? Drinking beer, you know? Woohoo! You know, peeling out, all right? You women, all right? Just doing whatever you want, okay? No, that shit is over, all right? Now you just got to brace for impact, right? And what we're seeing is the tables turning, okay? And yes, Israel is still going to go through much tribulation, all right? But through that much tribulation, okay, is how we're going to enter into the kingdom, all right? Then it's going to become your hell, all right? That's why you're out here crying, because you know this is, you feel it in your spirit that this is it, all right? You're about to be evicted, all right? No longer can you lamp back with your feet up, all right? Changing the channel, okay, with a nice cup of soda next to you, right? No longer can your parents keep passing down the inheritance that they have stolen from the children of Israel right down to you. So you could be on drugs, all right, sniffing your cocaine, your dope, your meth, right, smoking your weed, okay, going out, all right, while the children of Israel suffer. Nah, that shit is through, okay? And the Lord is showing us, right, that these curses, right, are being flipped, right? Look at the streets right now, okay? I remember back in the 80s, yeah, there was sprinkles of white dope fiends and crackheads out there, but it was predominantly blacks and Hispanics, okay? All fucked up, right? Plaguing the streets, you know, on drugs, okay? But now it's Esau's turn, okay? You see it out there. Esau's all fucked up, all right? Now it ain't a sprinkle no more, okay? Now they're either you know, outdoing us, okay, or even with us right there, okay, with the ones that are out there in the streets fucked up, right? And these middle class people, all right, they're feeling the heat, okay? And Esau's weak as shit. That's why the Lord said one shall be stronger than the other, all right? In the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and up to today, all right? You don't see our men, right? You might see some of the women, okay, because they ended up joining hands with Esau, and they see that shit is getting hard, all right? But you didn't really see our people crying when the shit was, when the fire was really lit, all right? Getting ran out of neighborhoods, okay, not being hired, right? No niggas or Mexicans wanted in here, okay? There was no cry. It's all good. They tried to rise up, but it wasn't the time, right? The gathering of the word is the way that we rose up, and that's why this place is crumbling, okay? Now you want to cry. After you had a long run, you had the longest run out of everybody. Okay? I mean, it's not going to be longer than ours, because our reign is going to be forever under Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But you had the longest run out of all the heathen, and you still sitting there crying. Okay? Talk about, I don't know what to do. Right? What you could do is brace for impact, all right? And get ready for slavery. Okay? See, there's a cry for wine out here in America. All right? So we're going to go to the scriptures. Okay? And we're going to go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 24 and verse 11. And it says, there is a cry for wine in the streets, okay? And wine makes you merry, right? When you drinking wine, right, you having a good time, okay? But that shit is dried up, man, all right? Your vineyards are dried up, okay? The vintage is failing out here, okay? No longer can you gather that happiness, and you see that. All right, the Lord's put in the spirit, right, on your own leaders, okay, to bring these terrors upon you, right? And you see, and we've been under these curses, okay? So whatever, it is what it is to us, but now you're feeling the heat, right? Now you're in the same pot that we've been in, okay? While the heat's been ramping up, okay? So it goes on to say, all joy is darkened. See, the mirth of the land is gone, right? It ain't no more happiness, okay? No longer does your $4,000 or $5,000 a month, right? Let you take vacations, right? Now all of a sudden you have to choose, prioritize. You're not used to that, Esau. Esau is used to having it all in their hands, right? The silver spoon that they stole, all right? Feeding them, right? Giving everything to you, right? Take a week vacation, right? 3 months later, I'm going over here, okay? You know, you can pamper yourself, right? But that's what happens. Remember, your people's the one that redlined our people, right? Out of them nice neighborhoods and put us in the ghettos and the barrios, okay? And you thought you were just gonna, just get away with it? Like the Lord wasn't gonna put no heat upon you? All right, I'm going to read that again. There is a cry for wine in the streets. Okay, and you 2/3 too, because you 2/3 are out here, trying to save the so-called white man that's been whooping your ass and putting you in these situations. Okay, and that's why, and you haven't joined unto the Lord. You don't know what's going on. All right, you thought America was just one big party. Okay, so you're going to feel the heat too, but we're going to concentrate on Esau today. All right. There's a cry for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. You see, America, the great, right? Everybody was coming over here for the American dream. Well, let me tell you something. In order for you to dream, you got to be asleep. Okay, and that's exactly what everybody is doing. They're sleeping. Okay, and that's why when the Lord comes like a thief in the night, you're not going to be able to, brace for what's coming. Like I said about her, all you could do is brace for impact, but you don't know what's coming, okay? And the punch that you don't see is the one that knocks you out, all right? So the mirth of this land is gone, and we see it, okay? It ain't the same as before, okay? Even for us that are in the truth, we look back like, damn. Why? Because this truth is tearing this place down, okay? This truth is taking it down, man, and you can see it. But hey, all you could do, Esau, is be happy for what you got for now. Enjoy it, man. It's like somebody's been diagnosed, with stage 4 cancer. Doctor tell him you only got a month left. You got all these riches, okay? Hey, listen, the best thing you could do is go splurge, go take vacations, go do all the drugs you want to do, because we know Esau is the biggest druggie on the planet Earth. Okay, just do all the wild shit. Fulfill the lust of your flesh. Because at the end of the day, there's no salvation for you. The only thing that's coming is horror. You might as well spend that last month having fun, doing what you got to do. Okay? Matter of fact, let's go to the book of Lamentation. Right? Because after this, is nothing but slavery for you, man. Hardship, destruction. Right? That great barbecue in the kingdom when you get rounded up. Right? So let's go to Lamentations chapter 4. Let's go to verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. See that? Rejoice. Man, you've had a long run, like I said. Rejoice. Okay? Go exhaust your resources. Okay? Hey, grab mommy and daddy's credit card and max them out. Okay? Max out your credit cards. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do. At the end of the day, this is it. This is it for you. Okay? You've been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer from the beginning, man. You're just a dead man walking. All right? So go exhaust your resources. Okay? It says that dwellest in the land of Uz, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Okay? What cup is that? The cup that we drank. Those curses, man. Okay? The Lord's going to destroy you. Right? And it says, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. Okay? So no longer you're going to be able to hide under, the so-called white man, right? The pure, right? The civilized man, okay? Now they're going to know who the real savage is, okay? You're going to know, your true nature, okay? And now, you're going to be drunk, okay? You're going to be under those curses, okay? There's going to be nothing left for you. That's why the devil is, how does it say? The devil's coming with great wrath, knowing he got a short time. All right? You regular Joe Six-Packs don't know it, and that's why you're crying. I don't know what to do. This isn't what I want, But we know what's going on, okay? Hey, and stay in tune, all right? Tune in, because you're going to see these tables turning in real time, okay? And it's happening already, right? You're going to be made naked, right? You're not going to be able to cover yourself, right, with all them aliases, all right? French, Italian, right? The great Romans, okay? The Greeks. Nah, man. That's Esau. Esau, man, that damn monster, that red bastard, okay? Oh, that's him, right? That's that criminal that's been running from the beginning, right? That's what's going to happen. Everybody going to see you for who you really are, right? Halloween's over, okay? Them curses are turning on you, man, right? And the Lord prophesied this. Matter of fact, let's go. Because I remember one of these bugged out Jakes said that Deuteronomy has no prophecies when Deuteronomy is a book of prophecies, man. Bunch of prophecies in the book of Deuteronomy. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7, right? And it reads, right? And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. And damn, that's pinpoint accurate on Esau, man. I mean, all these nations are going to get it, right? But the arch nemesis is Esau, okay? Right? Remember, they had a perpetual hate, okay? As it says in the book of Ezekiel 35. Okay, because they had a perpetual hatred, right, for Jacob. Okay, they hated us from the beginning, man, right? Since we stole that blessing, which the blessing wasn't really stolen, it was already preordained. Okay, but you see, it says, "And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies," and that's what's happening right now, right? That's why Becky, Sally, right, Karen are complaining, right? Just crying, not knowing what to do. Their $6,000 ain't enough, right? Here you got Jake surviving off $2,500 or $2,000 a month. Hell, $1,000 a month from Social Security. Hey, you see Jake out there just chilling, right? Because we've already been immune. We're immune to this shit, okay? But now it's your turn, all right? You haven't been trained up for situations like this, okay? And that's why you're hurt. You're hurt, right? And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So, hey, this is what is coming to you, okay? And there's nothing you could do about it because there's nothing you could do to derail prophecy, okay? What should I do? Hey, just get ready. Get ready and accept what's coming, okay? We had to accept it, okay? What came upon us, you got to accept what's coming upon you. All right, so let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1 to give you a little taste, right, of what's coming to you, man. Prophecy, right? It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, right, and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, okay, those strangers, okay, are the Israelite foreigners, okay, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them, this is the other people now, the heathen, right, and bring them to their place. When you take something, you're not asking. We're not going to tell you, you want to come with us? You're coming. In fetters of iron and chains, man, all right? It says, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, right? When you possess something, that's yours, okay? My possession. If that's my car, that's my possession. Ain't nobody else's. I could do whatever the hell I want with it, right? So we're going to possess you in the land, right? It says, for servants and handmaids. See that? And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. There's no secret that you so-called white people, okay, took our people captives, stolen, right? Stole the land, stole our brothers from the interiors of Africa, okay? And we were captives to you. We're still captives to you up to this day, and you oppress us up to this day, okay? So the tables are turning, man. See, them curses are going to be upon you for 1,000 years, okay? Got to understand that, right? And it's righteous judgment. Not what these churches tell you, okay? Sweep it under the rug. You know, yeah, I know, yeah. Then you lift up that rug, you know, all you see is a bunch of dirt, right? Bunch of hair, and, you know, you ever see somebody clean their room like that? They just throwing shit under their bed, nasty, okay? Nah, man, you got to fix the problem. You got to clean it. You got to clean the situation. The Lord said the way he's going to clean this land is by shedding the blood of those that shed the blood of the children of Israel, man. That's a law, okay? And the only right way is to make things right? Real retribution, all right, is going to be putting you in slavery, right? What does it say, right? Those that lead it into captivity shall go into captivity. Revelations 13 and 10, right? Those that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword, okay? So that's why we don't want to hear that bullshit, you know, you Christians bring, okay? Where it's all love, okay? All that shit is going to do is get you killed, okay? And unless you repent, the Lord's going to get rid of you with your enemy, all right? Why? Because Second Thessalonians, let's close out with this. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and verse 6 says what? It says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. All right? You see that? To them that trouble you. Okay? And who's been troubling us from the beginning? The Lord said what? Since Exodus 17 and 13, right? All the way to 16, right? That he swore he was going to have war with Amalek from generation to generation. That's the chief house of Esau, man. He said, remember Amalek. He didn't tell you to forget it like Christians tell you. That's the past. That's the past. The Lord said to remember. That's why these Christians don't obey the Lord, all right? They only obey their oppressor. That's why they're going to die with their oppressor, okay, and wake up with everlasting shame in the kingdom, all right? Why? Because they're still drunk off that Babylon juice, okay? But the cry for wine is he real, man. It's here in America, man. That mirth is gone, you see? And the curses are turning, all right? And it's a righteous thing because the Lord's going to recompense these people for everything they've done, all right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying. And with that, I'm going to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak, Wadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth. And I want to say shalom to the brothers and sisters that are in this truth. Shalom. Abba Ba, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.